Hey, what's up? How's it going, guys? Thanks for stopping by and checking out my video. What I got for you today is the one and only CRAZE. Now, I'm gonna do like a review and kind of like a dedication to CRAZE. Now, it's not really gonna be so much of a review because, of course, we all know, one, this product's not on the market anymore. It hasn't been for some time, so unless you had, a bunch of this stashed up at your house, no one's gonna run out and buy this or anything. And two, at this point in time, pretty much everybody's heard of CRAZE. Everybody knows, either you've tried CRAZE or you've heard about it. It's got quite a reputation. But basically what I do is I use CRAZE as like a measuring stick for all my other pre-workouts I try. Because CRAZE is probably my favorite pre-workout of all time, as far as the energy, as far as the focus. So this is like my measuring stick, man, to when I try new pre-workouts to see if anything, can measure up to CRAZE. So I'm going to go ahead and take it today. I still have a little bit left in here, and I'm just going to go through it like a normal review, and then I'm going to tell, some stories about CRAZE. Because as weird as it might seem, CRAZE actually helped me get through some hard times, and CRAZE actually was kind of I don't want to say important, but CRAZE was kind of like a special thing in my life back at the time I was taking it. So anyways, let's get into the review. I got my water here. Now, a serving size of CRAZE is 1 to 2 scoops. Honestly, I don't think when I was taking CRAZE, which was quite a while, I was probably taking it for at least a year and a half period. I don't think I ever actually got up to taking the 2 scoop dose, which is crazy because I'm a type of guy, I'm always taking the full, dosage. If something says 1 to 2 scoops, I'm usually always doing at least the 2 scoops. But with CRAZE, I never had to get up to the full 2 scoops because I really felt such a potent effect from it, even like 1.5 scoops. I think the most I ever got up to taking was like 1.5 scoops. 1 scoop used to actually give me a decent effect, and 1.5 scoops would be pretty strong. 1 scoop. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to just do the 1.5 scoops. I honestly don't know if I ever did the full 2 scoops because I never really felt the need to. Alright, that's about 1.5 scoops. Not going to bother going over the ingredients. Not like I could pronounce any of those ingredients anyways. Let's mix it up. Most people know that CRAZE is not a very good tasting pre-workout. Me personally, I don't think it's that bad. No, it's not one of the great, delicious tasting pre-workouts like C4 or something, but it's not as bad as what people try to make it out to be. This is the grape flavor, obviously. Basically, the 2 flavors that I used to take were the grape and the raspberry lemonade, I think it was. And I know they had a bunch of other flavors out, like exclusive flavors, and other countries I think had other flavors, but I never had got a chance to try any of them. So the one I'm most familiar with is the grape, and I also had the like raspberry lemonade a few times. Let's give it a taste. Again, it's not delicious, but it's definitely not the worst pre-workout. I've definitely tried worse that tasted a lot worse. The funny thing is, because I used to always take this grape flavored CRAZE, and I knew it wasn't the greatest tasting. Now whenever I look at pre-workouts and I see the flavors, I never order grape flavor for anything because in my mind I'm just imagining this grape flavor of CRAZE, which is not that good. So I tend to stay away from grape flavors now, but in actuality this is not that bad. I need to rinse out my shaker a little bit. Alright, so I just finished it up. Just got a little bit of foam left here. Now I said I was going to make this kind of like a dedication to CRAZE. I can tell actually some stories about CRAZE, what it meant in my life when I was taking it. And that's a funny thing to say about a pre-workout supplement, but like when I first started taking it, it was back in like the winter of 2011, 2012. The winter there, transitioning from 11 to 12. And I was working in Afghanistan at the time. I was working outside at the time. I was just working in this little tiny aluminum trailer. The heater was broken. It was freezing cold in there. It was just dark and gloomy out every day. You know, just miserable work conditions. I was just always sleep deprived over there. I was exhausted, you know, work sucks. I had some personal issues I was dealing with at the time. Like, I was dating one girl, but I ended up getting another girl pregnant on my previous vacation, and I was dealing with this super crazy stressful situation. So just everything at that point in time was just like dark, gloomy, you know, not like a really positive time in my life. And that was when I first started taking CRAZE. So, you know, I used to go to the gym on my lunch break. I used to get like a 45-minute lunch break, and I would go to the gym during that time. So I would take my CRAZE to work. I had it like mixed up with some protein and some simple carbohydrates. So about 45 minutes before my lunch break, I would mix it up and drink it. By the time my lunch break hits, I'll go walk to the gym, and dude, it's like my whole outlook on life would change, you know. Whereas before, I'm just down, I'm kind of depressed, man. I'm not really feeling good. I just kind of just miserable and gloomy. When the CRAZE would kick in and I would get to the gym, man, I swear to God, it's like there was a veil, like a dark veil, you know, just covering my eyes, and all of a sudden the veil would just be lifted, man, and like sunlight shining in. That's seriously the way CRAZE used to make me feel. Like, no matter what kind of problems I had, I would take CRAZE, and all of a sudden I would just have a positive outlook on life. I would be thinking about everything like, oh, it's not so bad. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. Like, the energy for the gym was great. The mental focus was great. But like the mood enhancement quality of CRAZE was crazy. And that was like one of the big like bonuses of taking it. Now, why did it do that? And I know it had different effects on different people, because I know some people took CRAZE and said, oh, I didn't feel anything from it, you know. But I know there's a lot of people that had the effect like it had on me. Now, is that from those amphetamine-like substances that they found in CRAZE? Who knows? Maybe. Because telling stories like that, you know, it sounds like I'm taking drugs, you know. Now, I try to do research and find out exactly what happened with CRAZE, because it's hard to find real good information. Now, what I found online is that they found a substance in CRAZE that was basically like a brand new substance, hadn't even been tested on humans yet. You know, it was like a totally new, like unproven substance that they were putting in CRAZE and the Gaspari detonate. And it was thought to be more powerful than ephedrine, but not as powerful as amphetamines. So it was somewhere between those two. And I believe it, you know, based on the way CRAZE made me feel, which just such a mood enhancer. And yeah. So I don't know if that's good or bad, or you might be thinking, why am I even taking CRAZE right now? Because, you know, oh, CRAZE is bad for you, CRAZE is bad for you. Well, look, I don't know if CRAZE is bad for you or not. Maybe it is. I don't think that's been proven. Maybe CRAZE is bad for you, but hey, I was taking it for so long. What's a couple more? If you guys see how much I have left here. I definitely don't have much. Probably another handful of servings in here, and this is going to be gone. Probably I'll never take it again. So for me, you know, that was the power of CRAZE. Not only, I mean, I was taking it as a pre-workout supplement before the gym, and it was great at that, you know. Energy is great. Like I said, I never even had to take a full 2 scoops. Just even at a scoop and a half, the energy was really great. The mental focus is better than anything I've ever taken. I mean, even all the pre-workouts that I've been reviewing lately, the focus I got from CRAZE is the best I've ever experienced. And like I said, that also like benefit, or that extra benefit to it, like that mood enhancement, was just crazy for me. I mean, it could take me from being in the worst mood just to put me being in the best mood. And I never experienced any kind of a crash or anything, or I never had withdrawals, you know. It's not like I would be fiending for my CRAZE if I didn't take it. I never had withdrawals. I never used to get crashes from it. Like, I couldn't say anything bad about this pre-workout, man. I don't know if it was completely healthy for your body, but me personally, I had a good experience with CRAZE. Now, I've been reviewing a lot of these pre-workouts, And it's been quite a while since I've tried CRAZE. I haven't been using this at all. It's just been in my cabinet. So now we'll kind of see how this compares, after not taking it for so long. The most recent one I've been taking is the DEFCON 1, which probably is my favorite pre-workout right now, the DEFCON 1. Good energy, good focus. So I've been using that probably for close to a week now. So coming off the DEFCON 1 now and taking the serving of CRAZE. We'll see how the CRAZE does, if it still, can hold this spot as the top pre-workout for me. I'll be back. I'm going to hit, I think, back today in the gym. Another thing about CRAZE I should mention is, it's not really the hardest, it's not the quickest pre-workout. Some pre-workouts you take 20 minutes, boom, you're feeling the energy. CRAZE, for me at least, it always came on slower. Like, you might not feel it after 20 minutes, you might not feel it after 30 minutes. CRAZE, I'd say, takes a good 45 minutes for whatever reason to kick in. And that's probably one of the reasons I always like to take my pre-workouts and wait a good 45 minutes before going to the gym. And CRAZE is one of those ones that it seems like it does take longer to kick in and really start feeling the full effect from it. So I'm gonna probably be going to the gym here in about 45 minutes or so. Back workout. It's either gonna be back or legs, but I think I'm gonna do a back workout. And I will be back and we'll see how the CRAZE does. What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm back from the gym. Man, where do I even start? Well, I can say CRAZE still has it, man. CRAZE is still #1 in my book. Now, I did something today that I have a problem with that I actually do a lot, and that's drinking my pre-workout and taking a long time to get my ass to the gym. I was messing around here in my house for about an hour. I definitely started feeling the effect. Probably after about 30, 40 minutes, I started feeling the effect. After about an hour, I wanted to get to the gym, but then I remembered something I had to do. I had to jump online and take care of something. So it was approaching like an hour and a half. But I live real close to my gym, so finally I got to my gym after probably about an hour and a half, started my back workout. And after an hour and a half, I actually felt even better than I did after an hour. Like I said, for me, CRAZE comes on slow and just keeps getting better and better. So I worked out my back for about an hour. I had an amazing back workout. Felt like I just wanted to keep going more and more. But I didn't have anything else to do, so I jumped on cardio. I did cardio for about 20 minutes, and I still felt great. I mean, I could have kept going, but I just came back home because I actually have a couple things I need to take care of tonight. So yeah, CRAZE is still #1, man. I mean, just the intensity, the focus, there's the energy, intensity, and focus, there's just nothing comparable to it. Now, I've been doing a lot of pre-workout reviews on a lot of, I've reviewed probably close to 30 pre-workouts recently. There's some that are really good, that I really like. There's a lot that I would put kind of in the middle, like they're all right. And then there's that handful that I would say just didn't really do anything for me. Even the very best ones, man, I can say nothing really is comparable for me to CRAZE. Just with the energy, the focus, and the intensity. Like, the energy is great, and I really put an emphasis though on the focus and intensity. Just like, just in between sets, just the raw intensity and concentration on your workout. Another way you can tell that a pre-workout is really good is it makes your music sound so good. Like usually in the gym, actually, I have my iPod, and usually in between every set, I'm going through songs trying to find something that I feel like listening to at the time, Like today, I swear, I had my iPod on shuffle, and just every song that came on, it just sounded like 10 times better than it normally does. Even music that's a 10 out of 10, when you're on a really good pre-workout, man, the music sounds like a 20 out of 10. Like, you'll just be so much in the zone, and that's how CRAZE makes me feel. Just nothing comparable to it. So basically, this review, it makes me happy and sad at the same time. It makes me happy because CRAZE is such an awesome pre-workout to use. Sad, of course, because it's not available anymore. Now, I hope we're going to keep, coming out with new products, finding new substances, to enhance performance. But also, the supplement industry is always going to be persecuted. That's just the way it is, man. Like, steroids are always going to be persecuted. Supplements are always going to be persecuted. When you got stuff like cigarettes and alcohol that are obviously so much worse. Even like when they banned ephedra, you know, back, man, it's been quite a while. Like, I'm not convinced that ephedra was dangerous. I think a few people had problems and died because of like heart problems, but I mean, those people were probably abusing it. Those people were probably overdosing on it. Look at how many deaths you have from alcohol, cigarettes, even like over-the-counter medication like Tylenol. I mean, you got people overdosing on that stuff like crazy, but they want to persecute, you know, sports supplements for some reason. I don't know why they have this agenda, but that's a whole other topic. But I mean, the bottom line is CRAZE is banned. It's not available anymore. And that's why I said this video was kind of like my dedication to CRAZE. And after not taking it for so long and taking it again today, you know, definitely CRAZE is still #1 for me. Nothing quite comparable to it. And to be honest, I took a scoop and a half, and because I was in my house for so long before I got to the gym, I decided to throw another half a scoop in with my intra workout. So basically I did consume 2 full scoops of CRAZE today. I think that's maybe the first time, but that is the serving, you know, 1 to 2 scoops. So it's not like I went crazy overboard. And yeah, CRAZE, man, it's a great product. If you guys out there have tried it, I know a lot of people agree with me, CRAZE is a great product. And that's why it's my measuring stick. You know, for other pre-workouts that I try, CRAZE is basically the product I measured all those other products against, because it's probably is #1 for energy for me. Definitely is #1 for focus and like intensity, which I kind of that kind of all together, energy, intensity, and focus. CRAZE is definitely the top for all of those 3 for me. So I'm kind of, you know, rambling on here. I knew this was going to be a longer video than my normal videos, because like I said, it's not so much of a review, more of just like a dedication to CRAZE. But if you somehow know how to get some, and you got some kind of connection to get some CRAZE, and you're not worried about the substances in it, well, hey, by all means, go try it. And for you guys out there, most of you probably have tried CRAZE before, and a lot of you feel like me, like it was just a great pre-workout. If you guys have any stories about CRAZE, like, or any special things about it, go ahead and leave it in my comments. I'll be interested to hear, you know, like my crazy story about, well, it's not so crazy, but just about, you know, going through kind of a hard time in my life, and I would take CRAZE and it would just really help me get through the days, you know, as crazy as that is, you know. I always have that fond memory of CRAZE in that period of my life. And that's about all for today, guys. CRAZE is #1. I really hope they're going to keep advancing, you know, the supplement science, and keep coming out with new products that are going to, you know, elevate performance. But for now, CRAZE is still #1, guys. Thanks for checking me out, and check me next time. Hey guys, one more thing real quick that I wanted to throw in, and I usually leave this out in my reviews because honestly it's not something I really care too much about, and that's the pump. That's really the one thing that CRAZE, a lot of people said negative about CRAZE, is that it was bad for the pump. Like, yeah, great energy focus, blah blah blah, but it didn't do anything for the pump. Well, me personally, I don't really talk about it because I'm not big into like nitric oxide boosters. There may be benefits to them, but for me, I get a great pump anyways, regardless. I've even took nitric oxide boosters sometimes, and it made my muscle feel so tight that I felt like I couldn't even get like a good full contraction, and I just don't like the feeling. So nitric oxide boosters are not even a concern to me, but I will say, training my back in the gym today, I had a great pump in my back. Now, like I said, I don't know if it's from the CRAZE or it's just, you know, naturally how I get pumps. I felt a great pump in my back today. So whether or not CRAZE is great for a pump or not, I don't know. I can't really comment either way. But that's really not something that I factor into my equation when I'm like reviewing a pre-workout. So just wanted to throw that in there, guys. Subscribe and check me next time.